Should you be buying pre-construction condos right now? Is it still a viable strategy? Stay tuned, I'm gonna answer that question for you. Promise you, it'll be worth it. Good day, Toronto. Welcome to another episode of Prime Properties TV. So glad you could join me here today. Every week on Prime Properties TV, we take a closer look at the Toronto real estate topics and updates that matter most to you. And in this week's episode, I'm gonna be going over the question, should you be investing in pre-con right now? Does it make sense? Now, there are tons of advantages of pre-construction, such as no mortgages and no tenants. But whether pre-construction as a viable strategy in real estate is right for you it really depends, okay? Yeah, it really does, okay? But I will elaborate on more of this, I promise you, okay? So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the Prime Properties channel, which is right here. Here's where pre-con will make sense for you. If you fall into one of these 5 categories, I would say pre-con, good fit, go for it. Otherwise, I would recommend buying something in the resale market as it provides a lot more value since pre-construction is about 20 to 40% higher than what the existing resale market is right now, okay? So 1, if you're like me and you believe that in 5 to 10 years there's going to be a massive hyperinflation due to all the money being printed that's happening because of COVID, then yes, this makes sense for you. Remember, in 2008, US printed money like crazy to get out of the financial crisis. They called it QE, quantitative easing, whatever you want to call it, okay? The only thing that's different about this and COVID is that instead of it being isolated to US, the entire world is printing money. So if you're in that camp and you know prices will increase because of inflation, what you're paying today for pre-construction will make sense in the future because of inflation. Number 2, pre-construction is a good strategy for you if you cannot get a mortgage right now. This means that you have the deposit money saved up or you're able to save up that kind of money for the deposit over the deposit structure, okay? So what is like 3, 4, 5 years of build time. One of the pros of pre-construction is you don't have to get a mortgage on your investment just yet. So that means that you have 3 to 5 years to increase your income and get the rest of the deposit ready. Plus, you lock in today's prices for today's market instead of future prices when you buy in the future, ultimately allowing you to invest in the real estate market right now with less money, making your returns on investment much higher, okay? Number 3, if you're currently tapped out financially, meaning you hit a financial roadblock from lenders, they're not lending you any more money. Some of my clients are in this situation where banks just won't give them mortgages anymore. So this means if you want to keep investing in real estate, pre-construction is a viable strategy. Now, over at the time it takes to build a pre-con, you could have paid down some of your other rental properties or other home properties to open up that mortgage available, mortgage room, I would say, for the pre-construction. Similar to number 2, I was saying you can lock in today's prices at the time of purchase instead of dealing with future prices. Number 4, you want to invest in Toronto but are not currently physically in Toronto. This makes total sense for people who want to invest because they don't want to go through the hassle of dealing with tenants, showings, multiple offers because they're overseas or not here. With COVID, electronic signings have basically become very common practice now with the builders, so securing a unit from the other side of the world is easy peasy. And number 5, you just straight up don't want to deal with tenants at all. I know some people like that who hate the thought of you and someone calling them at 2 a.m. So if that's you, then pre-construction makes total sense because during the build time, you'll have no tenants. So if you fit into any one of these 5 categories as an investor, then pre-construction is 100% a viable option for you. Otherwise, I would recommend getting a resale market because there's just more value there right now. So if you're looking for that next value pre-construction project right now, you should reach out to me. I'll leave my contacts on the screen right now for you, okay? Until next time, your move, your future. Now that you're done watching this one, how about this one? Oh, you know what? This one's good too. Ooh, this one's really good. You know what? Just watch them both.